NXT Triple H is just so awesome. What's up, everybody? DJ Kaz, and I am back to deliver you my NXT review for July 19, 2017. As we continue the road to NXT Brooklyn 3, we finally now know who's the number one contender for the NXT Championship, and maybe a new number one contender for the Women's Championship as well. I'm going to go all over that tonight here on NXT Recap. Of course, we kicked off NXT tonight with women's division action featuring NXT women's newcomer Ruby Riott taking on Ember Moon. Holy crap, this match was very, very good. Here's the thing, we haven't seen these two face off one-on-one. I was really wondering what it was going to be like, and what I liked about this match was it wasn't even a number one contenders match, but what they did was these are practically the two top women in the NXT women's division that could possibly be the next challenger for Asuka. Now, we all know the writing's pretty much on the wall for Ember Moon to be the one to challenge Asuka for the championship, but still, it is fine to really show of how to build somebody up as a character and from an in-ring aspect of how they can be a challenger for a championship without necessarily putting emphasis on a number one contendership match. I mean, there were some stiff shots in this match. I think Ruby Riott had a lot of side kicks in there. There were a lot of side slams too, and I think it was like about a good 5 minutes towards the end of the match where Ember Moon had some kind of discus forearm, and she had like a nice drop kick straight to the mouth, and then Ember Moon hits the Eclipse, and she gets the win now. Again, very good overall. And also, another thing I found interesting was the fact this was the first time I've heard the Full Sail crowd really get into a match at the start of NXT, because for the last few weeks, I don't know if you guys have noticed, they've been kind of quiet for good matches, or they won't really pop for something until one of the opponents hits a big move. So it's good to see the Full Sail crowd get into it. I mean, we got "This is awesome" chant, of course, women's wrestling. So yeah, Ember Moon gets the win. Good stuff overall. Very good match. We then move forward from the NXT women's division to a little bit of the mid-card scene, I guess, with Cassius Ohno and the story continue that he's having with today with Tommy. When this is interesting, because a match that I thought that we would get on a takeover, we're going to get next week on NXT when Cassius Ohno, who asked for the match, will go one-on-one with Hideo Itami. I'm a little iffy about this one because with NXT the way it is right now, I've always said on these reviews on how I feel as if they burn their bridges. They've been burning their bridges a lot lately with giving away matches that I feel could be on a takeover, but they're doing them on NXT television, and they do a good job of building towards TV, but they really need to learn how to space out and really seize the opportunity. But I guess if you're gonna do Hideo Itami versus Cassius Ohno, I guess it's fine to do it here, but I would have saved this for a takeover match per se. The match is going to be good either way. I just really wish they would have saved this. We do get another video package featuring the new tag team that's coming to NXT featuring the Street Profits. I'm going to be correcting myself from last week. That's the team of Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins when I went back and I did my research. So I already told you guys last week that I'm looking forward to seeing these guys because NXT definitely needs new tag teams right now, and this is a step in the right direction. Of course, an unadvertised match that I didn't think that we get tonight, but I'm glad they showcased these two. Oney Lorcan goes one-on-one with Danny Burch. Now, what I found interesting about this was these are two guys that are usually used as NXT enhancement talents. And what I mean by when I say that, I'm these are usually the two guys that they use to help get other people over in matches. Danny Burch had a match with Pete Dunne a couple weeks ago, as Oney Lorcan had a match with today with Tommy. So they've kind of played them against each other. But people, be honest with you, when I saw the match line up for this one, when I knew these two were facing one-on-one, I'm this is going to be stiff. They're going to be beating the crap out of each other. And boy, was it great. And people, here's the thing. This match only lasted, I believe, 5, 6, 8 minutes. And these guys were able to get the crowd behind them. There was a bit of a story told that these are two up-and-coming guys that don't usually get wins a lot, but what they did was they wanted to showcase and show NXT why these are the two biggest, baddest son of a bitches in NXT. And I would say this though, they definitely lived up to what I thought was a very entertaining match for the short amount of time it got. Now I will say I love Oney Lorcan's fast net breaker that he does. I really don't know how to say this, but I thought that was very good. Oney Lorcan's uppercuts, he never misses with those things. I just appreciate it so much. And here's the thing, these guys are bruisers, but they are also very technical is what I appreciate about it. Now, I will say, like, the last, like, 3 minutes were freaking great because I think Oni Lorca has been busting people open a lot lately, and that just entices them to really, like, get into it. But yeah, Oni Lorca gets the win, and what was interesting about this was the crowd gave him, like, a hand. Like, they shook hands. They were like, let's do it one more time. And to be completely honest with you, if all we got was a small portion of this, yeah, I want to see this one more time. Like, really actually make this into, like, a healthy feud for NXT because you don't see babyface versus babyface often. So I think this could be good for both of them. Up next on NXT, we have the return of one No Way Jose taking on Cesar Bononi. I mean, this match really wasn't anything really to write home about. I mean, it was pretty much an enhancement match for a No Way Jose to really, like, you know, get some steam right back behind him, which I'm completely fine with because No Way Jose, like, you guys might agree with me on this. Ever since that match that he had with Austin Aries at Brooklyn last year, you kind of knew where No Way Jose's place was going to be, and I don't know why, but why do I want to see a feud between No Way Jose and the Velveteen Dream? I think that would be just so entertaining. But honestly, what we saw after the match, I don't think we're going to get that feud anytime soon because one Andrade Almas with one Thea Trinidad, and of course Thea, she was just signed to NXT. Of course, she is the fiance of one former WWE Cruiserweight star, Austin Aries, which people go on Twitter and look at Austin Aries' new look, and I'll just leave it at that. But this segment, I'll be honest with you, was very weird because Andrade Almas essentially attacked the person who lost, but yeah, he wants No Way Jose to come back down, and then he leaves. Like, if you were gonna establish this, I would have had Andrade Almas like actually attack No Way Jose, and that will actually lead to something. But this one was just him backing off, and he kind of did look like a punk in a sense. And Nigel McGuinness is trying to put over saying he's not a coward, he's smart. And I'm like, what's smart about this? I mean, like, all he did was just prove that he was a punk. You gotta protect everybody in NXT. But hey, I'm not complaining about this shoot. I think this could be good for both guys because they've been pretty stagnant since pretty much both their NXT runs. So I'm hoping that one of them benefits out of this. Of course, it's main event time here on NXT with the NXT Championship #1 contendership up for grabs when Killian Dain of Sandy goes in singles competition when he took on one Drew McIntyre. This was a really good back and forth match despite the crowd being so dead for this match. Like, seriously. I mean, I don't know if the crowd was just fatigued after what we saw tonight, which I guess I can't really blame them in that aspect, but it's like these guys are delivering a good back and forth hoss battle, but yet they're not reacting to a lot of the big moves. They actually just sit on their asses 9 out of 10 times, but either way, I thought this was a really good back and forth matchup. A lot of stiff shots. I mean, this was a very stiff night, by the way. And there was one aspect of the match that really had me popping when Drew McIntyre hits his old finisher, the future shot DDT. Killian Dain kicks out at 1. Then Drew McIntyre, he goes for the Claymore kick. He hits it, goes for the cover. Watch out, he didn't go for the cover. Killian Dain, he kicks up right back up. And then Drew McIntyre, he hits it again, and he gets the win. And McIntyre is your new #1 contender for the NXT Championship. This is the most impressive I've seen out of Killian Dain since he's been in NXT. I mean, the match with No Way Jose he had a couple months ago was fine, but it wasn't really a star-making performance. I thought this wasn't a star-making performance for him either, but I like the fact that he got showcased more. I just really wish that the crowd was into this more because, again, I thought this was a very good match. I mean, I guess they were just tired for everything else that was going on. But, yeah, really stiff shots. I will say, I think they messed up a cross-body spot because I think that was a little bit of a sloppy spot. But other than that, I mean, very good match overall. NXT episode tonight, very good show overall. Like, the in-ring stuff was just tremendous, and I thought every single person, even the No Way Jose match to an extent, got a little bit of character development out of that. I mean, we know what's going to be going on with No Way Jose and Andrade Almas. We now know that next week, Cassius Ohno will go one-on-one with Hideo Itami, which that may or may not happen, but yeah, we got that. And also, we had a really good women's division match featuring Ember Moon and Ruby Riott. That was very good. I actually thought that was the best match of the night. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan might get some development from them. Can't wait to see that. And also, again, I mean, Killian Dain and Drew McIntyre had a very good back and forth match, like I said. I just wish the crowd was more into it. So, yeah, very good episode of NXT, and you should go out of your way to watch it. Alright, people, that is it from my end, exclusively to PWFempire.com. I'm DJ Cash, and this has been the NXT Recap. Later days.